Andre.
And we're back for another episode of Nerdgasm. And today, once again,
Masters of the Universe Classics from MattyCollector.com.
MattyCollector.com. Again, you can only get these on the site. If you have a subscription, they come to you. If not, you got to log in on the computer.
And fight with the millions of other people online to hopefully get this figured. Yep.
But thankfully, we got ours. So
yeah, we don't have to worry about that on the 15th of the month.
Yeah,
luckily.
So we're good to go. And actually, recently, they just had the new subscription.
Yeah, the 2012 subscription just went on sale, and that has now ended.
It's over. So if you didn't get it, you missed out for 2012.
Right. You're not going to get your Shadow Weavers. Sorry.
That's the one everybody's talking about. And apparently, from what I heard, a lot of subscription sales were down this year.
Yeah, and they had to keep extending it, like twice. They had to extend it just to make sure they get more sales in. Because normally they have it up for a week, and that's enough. Yeah. They get enough people, and it justifies it. But this time it was not one, but two extensions.
No, this time I think people are kind of budgeting themselves a little more, maybe, and they're just going to pick and choose the ones they really want instead of having some random ones kind of thrown at them.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But today we're going back in time to 1982.
1982, yes.
Wow, what a great year. And who got in 1982? None other than
Manny Faces.
Yep. Well, why is he called Manny Faces, Andre? Show the nice people at home.
We'll play on words here. So, many faces.
Oh.
So what we have here, you know, it's kind of a different He-Man figure, as you don't have like the articulated head up here. It's just like a very solid shell from the torso to the head, because that hides a little action feature. There's a little purple nub up here. You kind of rotate, and you change his faces.
Nice.
So we already had that human face to begin with, and we also have the monster face. That way Beastman can control him. He's got the robot face right there. So that was the unique thing about him. He had 3 different faces that you can just turn that dial. Look at a closer look there. So there you have a look at Manny Faces.
And of course he had the spring action.
Yeah, the little power punch action there. As he throws his gun with that one.
This happens every time.
But Manny Faces, all of them did have this orange pistol. This was the gun that he had. Now, if you bought him early on, he had a little bag of maroon-colored weapons.
Manny weapons.
Manny weapons.
Yeah. And
they were basically repaints of the Castle Grayskull weapons rack weapons.
Correct.
And he came with all those if you got him early on. Like after that, he didn't come with them. He just had the little pistol.
Yeah.
And for Manny Faces, of course, he had that very unique torso, which wasn't used with anybody else. And he basically used the same buck as Trapjaw.
Trapjaw.
The legs and the arms are definitely from Trapjaw. Well, the left arm anyway. Which was kind of unique back then, because it was just Trapjaw and him that would use those. So, there you have it. The 1982 Manny Faces.
And now let's look at today.
Exactly.
What has Matty Collector given us now?
Alright, here is the subscription figure of the month. This is Manny Faces 2011.
Wow.
So as you see, he's got the same kind of orange pistol, a little bit more to scale. It's not as huge as the other one was. This one's just a little bit more believable as far as the size. Another thing, too, that the fans got to vote on was the complexion of his skin. Because if you look at the original Manny Faces, he had that orange tint to him. You can just see it. It doesn't look really flesh toned. Here they had like a kind of a paler flesh tone, which kind of matches his face and looks more human rather than this orange complexion that he had originally.
Wasn't his coloring different in the cartoon and different on the comic books too?
Yeah, they were saying that too. Like in the comics, he was like white. I mean, just white. But here they have like a happy medium. It was a flesh tone other than white or orange. They went with a happy medium with the flesh tones.
And with the low lights on it, I think it works. It still looks.
I like it. I like this color. I think the fans spoke and they picked a good complexion for him.
It's a nice in between that pleases everybody.
Absolutely. Yep. So once again, like the other Manny Faces, he uses the same pieces as Trapjaw with the legs and the arm. And this one, of course, has the same action feature as the original Manny Faces with the purple dial on top. And there you see his human face. There's his robot face. Again, they look very much like the original. and of course the monster face. So there you have
nice close-up
Manny faces. So going back to his human form, we'll do a little side-by-side here of the two.
Huh?
Take a look. And there you have the Manny looks of Manny faces.
Yeah.
So with the new version, there is an amazing bonus accessory that he comes with.
This was a surprise.
This was a surprise.
Nobody saw this coming.
They didn't tell us about this, and if you look him in package,
you can't
see it. I mean, let's take a look. Here he is mint in package.
Okay.
So there you have it. In the
see anything besides a gun in there?
Exactly. I mean, even if you kind of tilt it around, you really can't see what's in there. You might be able to see something kind of like towards the front of the package, but you can't tell what it is. I thought, is that another gun or something? I couldn't tell what it was.
Right around hidden in there.
Yeah, there's just something in there. No one knows what it is.
Right.
And to our surprise, they made him just that much cooler.
What is in there?
So, what we do here, okay, unlike any other Manny Faces figure, you take off the little nub on top.
It's like a little peg.
Right, and then you take off the helmet. And then you see the three faces of Manny Faces all over there. This head will pop off.
Should pop off.
There we go.
There it goes.
And the accessory, you're going to pop that on. We're going to save this here.
Okay. We're building up to this.
We're building up to it. So I'm putting the helmet back on. The accessory
you're not seeing any of this.
Is there. And here we go. Take a look.
Oh.
It's He-Man. He has got a He-Man face. So there we have the He-Man, and then...
What else?
You turn it. It is really kind of greenish in tint, but still, it's a full-on Skeletor face.
He-Man!
Uh-huh. And then, as another nod to the Filmation series, because at the very end of the episode where we first see Manny Faces, and what he turned into?
Yeah, he turned into none other than... Orko.
There's a little Orko face. Look at that. So, truly, he is Manny Faces. Many more than before. So, again, this is a nod to that Filmation thing that they did with him, because Manny Faces was an actor. I mean, he could portray anybody. That's what they had him as. And he actually did use, you know, within the helmet, different faces, not just the three that you knew from the Mattel toy. So now you can actually have him masquerade as He-Man, Skeletor, Orko.
I love that.
That was amazing.
That is just an ingenious little added surprise bonus.
What a bonus that was.
Can you imagine if we had that as kids?
Oh, yeah. we would be begging for, like, you know, multi-packs of different heads. Like, give us 3 more, give us 3 more. Now, that's what we would have done.
Wouldn't it be nice if Mattel could release some extra heads for purchase?
That would be great. I mean, like, kind of like what you do with the weapons pack or the stands for Masters Universe. How about giving us more Manny Faces attachments like that?
That would be so cool.
That would be awesome. I couldn't resist. Yeah. I'd definitely get those.
Yeah, buy that. Buy that.
So there you have Manny Faces.
I love it. Well, let's take another close-up look at him in the package for those of you that collect him on card. And here's a close-up of Manny Faces, sold out. And that is him in package. And of course he's got the usual bio card as well, like they all do. And he comes in the standard... Of course
he comes in the white shipper box.
White box with his name...
Faces right there on there.
Clearly stated on the front.
Yep.
So, all in all, I love this figure.
Excellent. Excellent figure.
Again, it's what the fans want. It's called He-Man Classics. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We want the classic figures.
Absolutely. Make them look like the classics.
Yes.
To give us that extra accessory was such a great bonus.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Dream come true.
Absolutely.
For fans and yeah, for big kids alike, man. We love that. It was a great surprise. So, Maddie, keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Keep up that, that was amazing.
Trend. We like that. We like it. Any other closing thoughts on Manny Faces before we go?
Well, one thing I wanted to say about it was a subscription figure that we got, so it was no problem. We didn't have to log on and fight all these people to get our figures this time. But it took a few days for him to sell out. He was the first sellout. He was the first thing to go on the site. They also did some re-releases, I think, of Beastman and Whiplash, and there was some Ghostbuster figures, but none of that really sold after a week. But Manny Faces, it took him a couple days to sell out.
Couple days, when it used to be a couple minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He'd be gone.
Wow.
So I think the interest is definitely tapering off here on that site.
That's a shame. It's going down.
Yeah.
What do you think's causing this? Just economic stuff?
I mean, it could be that. I mean, there's a lot of people that got frustrated with Matty Collector when they were selling out in less than 30 minutes, and there was a whole new collection. It enticed them to keep going with it. Once they have that hole, they don't want to fill it, and they just
sell off their stuff.
Yeah, they sell off the stuff and don't continue the collection.
Yeah.
Another thing, too, is the subscription service. I think a lot of people are on that. They don't have to worry about getting on there and fighting everybody, which is what I prefer to do. I don't want to do that every month.
It definitely is easier. But then again, for people that don't want every figure, it's a double-edged sword. Then they have to go sell or trade or whatever the ones that they don't want. Which
we don't want to be stuck with an optic or anything like that. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I will go to Canada at your headquarters, and I will take that optic and shove it in your eye.
Yeah, we're trying to delete all memory of that series.
We really don't want optic.
No.
So he took longer to sell out. Any idea, is he going a lot on the secondary market, or just your standard?
No, he's just going standard, just a couple bucks above the $20 retail.
$20, huh?
Because it didn't go that quick.
Wow. Interesting. It makes me wonder what 2012 holds for Matty Collector and the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Hopefully it'll...
I mean, it's kind of funny that the hottest figure they're going to have next year is probably the subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Shadow Weaver... Man, that would have sold so well, but that's the exclusive.
That's the free gimme.
Luckily, we have a subscription. We're going to get it, but everybody else, you're going to be out of luck.
Glad we got that.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for watching. Send us some comments. Please subscribe. Let us know what we're doing, how we're doing.
Yeah. Leave us many comments for Manny faces.
Love it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, this is Chris.
And Andre.
Signing off for another episode of Nerdgasm. See you next time.